Dreams don't come true? Just listen to how a team of scientists turned a dream into a cancer-fighting reality.
I was reading a journal article called Macrophage Parasites in great big letters. And I woke up and I said, that's how we could do it. We could attack cancer cells with macrophage parasites. And salmonella is one of those parasites.
Melanoma cells have the same traits as macrophages, a type of the body's white blood cells. And since salmonella bacteria normally destroy white blood cells, the hunch was it might be able to kill cancer cells too. But the researchers at the Yale School of Medicine would have to come up with a way to use salmonella safely.
In mice, for instance, the strain we're using kills them very quickly with a small inoculant.
So they went to work, genetically altering the salmonella strain to be safe and still target the tumors.
Now we saw a new effect, which was that the salmonella actually themselves were able to show a great tumor inhibition ability.
The salmonella slows the growth of the tumors in the mice. Now, finding human beings to test became the obstacle.
People literally told us we were crazy. We had grant reviews come back that said, are you actually proposing that you would do this in humans?
But it was only a matter of time before the research looked more convincing. Now, the National Cancer Institute is sponsoring human clinical trials nationwide. This is Heather Hall reporting. Years ago, Mary Ann Buckley was diagnosed with advanced ovarian cancer. She's a nurse, so you would think she would know something was wrong, but she didn't.
Like many other women, I explained the symptoms I was having as either because I was middle-aged, because I was postmenopausal, because I was not exercising enough.
A new test being studied at the Indiana University School of Medicine could help more women like Mary Ann by diagnosing cancerous tumors sooner. It's called folate scan.
What we hope to be able to show is that by using the folate scan, we can differentiate successfully between benign tumors, such as fibroids or ovarian cysts, and malignant tumors.
Patients are given the vitamin folate with radioactive material attached to it. Because cancer cells have lots of receptors for folate, it concentrates in the malignant tumors.
The malignant tumors, again, which have a high concentration of folic acid receptors, will, as you say, light up on the scan or be visible on the scan.
This is what a cancerous tumor looks like on a normal CAT scan, but this is what you see with folate scan, a much clearer picture and hopefully a more definitive diagnosis.
If we can be confident in our diagnosis before surgery, we may select more conservative operations to remove these masses.
In the meantime, Mary Ann is still not in remission, but she's getting on with her life.
We may have ovarian cancer, but it doesn't have us.
This is Heather Hall reporting. 3 years ago, 71-year-old Fred Shemp went to see his doctor for a routine physical.
He felt my stomach and he said, "Gee, your stomach's very hard in a spot like this." He said, "I don't like that."
He was diagnosed with lymphoma, a cancer of the body's lymph system that's tough to treat.
Ultimately, the treatment gets either too hard for the patient or the disease gets ahead of us, and we can no longer get the disease back into remission.
But an investigational drug, bryostatin, could be the cure.
Bryostatin is an agent which was isolated from a marine organism in the Pacific Ocean called a bryozoa, so that's the name bryostatin.
Researchers think bryostatin works by activating an enzyme in the body's cells that play a key role in triggering cell division.
We think of a cancer cell, it's growing when it shouldn't. And the idea of bryostatin and similar agents is that it will make the cell behave more normally.
After failing about 5 different treatments, Fred was put on bryostatin and is now in remission.
It has shrunk and my stomach is not hard like it used to be, and Dr. Smith is very happy with my reaction right now.
And Fred's happy to be able to get back to enjoying life in the country with his family, cancer-free. This is Heather Hall reporting. This hospital playroom is usually filled with sick children, but today the clowns have filled it with music and laughter. The clowns visit each hospital participating in the Big Apple Circus program 3 times a week. Dr. Loon, aka Kim Winslow, has been clowning around in hospitals for 15 years.
So it's a matter of looking through tubes and wires and apparatus to see a child that still wants to play and have fun.
3-year-old Sammy Perrone, who's been in and out of the hospital battling leukemia, is happy to take a break.
The mother said to us, "That's the first time I've seen my child laugh all week."
And Nurse Nice, otherwise known as Hillary Chaplin, no relation to Charlie, says a little laughter can go a long way.
Studies have certainly shown that when people are feeling positive and optimistic, healing happens.
Oh boy, my turn.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
So Nurse Nice and Dr. Loon hit the hospital hallways, looking to help anyone who's up for a little clowning around. This is Heather Hall reporting.
This couple may be having a traditional wedding ceremony, but they've got something up their sleeve for the finale.
Hundreds of couples may be getting married today, but none quite like Greg and Tammy. This couple's riding off into the sunset in their own special way.
We were not going to get married in a church unless he was allowed to ride away on his Harley.
Have you ridden on the bike before?
Without a wedding dress.
Newlyweds Tammy and Greg Snook are revving up a Harley for their final send-off. So she slipped off the crinoline, hiked up her gown, and away they went. The groom had a few reservations about taking the bike.
All waxed up. I don't want any fingerprints on it. Where's the kids?
This couple won't soon forget their ride of a lifetime. Heather Hall, 33 News Watch.